Okay, so this is week 6, and this week we talked about radical feminism. So, from the lecture and the readings of what I got this week, I basically came to um, the definition of radical feminism as like being this philosophy that emphasizes the patriarchal roots of inequality between men and women. I think it is like the root of other feminism. Um, it also talks about the division rights and privileges between gender also. And we had 3 readings for this week, and we also had a poem, a very aggressive poem. And for the first reading, we had Feminist Manifesto by Mina Lloyd. I think her piece was more uplifting and to, I think, teach women and help them gain knowledge on basically their importance and what their capabilities are, and to let them know that no, you are not less than a man. Like a man, no one is higher than you. Like you're able to do all these things, and you need to be brave, and you need to, step up to the plate and take action, and you have to, not worry about society and patriarchy and all these other things. And I think it's just like letting women know basically that you can do whatever you want to do basically if you put your mind to it. So that's what I got out of the Feminist Manifesto by Mina Lloyd. Um, the second one, Red Stocking Manifesto. So at first I'm like, what is red stocking? Like that was weird. But Red Stocking Manifesto, I think it talks to me, it gave me a visual of all the things that women do. I think a lot of it's like one of the things that women do, how we are controlled unknowingly, how we just, do things that we think is right or that we think is we're supposed to do, but really it's just something that we're programmed to do. That's how I looked at it. When I was reading it, I was thinking about different roles that women do, like cooking and cleaning. I know, like my mom does that. My dad doesn't wash any dishes or anything like that, but I just felt like it was like a wake up call and a way to see yourself as how you are victimized by the patriarchal society. And one thing that I did get, the one quote that I did like is that she said, "We also reject the idea that women consent to or are to blame for their own oppression." So at the beginning, they talked about, a woman being oppressed and being oppressed by men. And basically, she's talking about, like, okay, we are oppressed not only because of men, but I think it's because we allow men to oppress us, which kind of goes back to the Mina Lloyd writing, just to, to let you know, to give you strength, to give you courage, and have dignity to stand up for what you believe in and to not be oppressed. So I think those two kind of related on, being oppressed and how, to not be oppressed and steps you need to take as far as that. And then the other reading we have, Scum Manifesto by Valerie Solanas. And when I first read it, I was like, oh my gosh, like she just like butchered the male species kind of in a way to me. She said that male is an incomplete female, and she just talked about how dependent males are, which you know if you think about it, they kind of are, because males depend, some, not all males depend on certain things, but at this particular time, at the patriarchal society, it is very evident how males depend on females and how they're emotionless and how they lack politeness and they have so much dignity and all they do is just go to work. And so that was something big. One of the quotes I got from that was, "Daddy doesn't love his kids, he approves of them," which I watched a lot of older movies because my mom loves like black and white movies and stuff like that. And you do see a lot of the women, being at home, taking care of the kids and the home, cooking and cleaning, helping with homework and whatever. And then you have the male that comes home and He's worked all day. He comes in with his briefcase. He sits down on the couch. The woman has food, eat. The kids are happy to see him. Of course, he's happy to see the kids, but he doesn't really interact with the kids. So, when men come home, I feel like they lack being there emotionally for their families simply because society sits up and they program these men to be so masculine and so tough, and men don't cry, and you are supposed to provide for your family, but I think they lack the meaning of provide. I think they sit up there and say provide basically just financially. Like, I don't feel that men have the opportunity to be emotional, or they may think less of a man, or may think less masculine. So that was very interesting for me, for that reading. So as you all know, I'm doing a different assignment for my hangout, and I did an assignment, and the question I asked was, um, are men oppressed by society just how women are oppressed by men? That was one of the questions I raised. Um, I think it kind of goes both ways. I think the Scum Manifesto really elaborated on how society has shaped men, and how men lack certain things and depend on women to do so. So I wrote about that, and I thought that was pretty interesting, and something I never really thought about, honestly, because I'm like, we live in a patriarchal society, but this patriarchal society, and how these men are, and how society has these men, and it's I wrote a lot about that, so I'm interested to get some feedback on that from Anna or Steven. And my annotated bibliography, I got some feedback on that, which I'm so excited about. And I'm glad I did get the right concept, but I just have to do some readjusting and formatting for my final piece. And to leave you guys with the good notes, I am like on my way, about to be gone, and will be in Miami, Florida by 10 o'clock tomorrow. So I am super excited. I got some little bit of running around to do, and I hope you guys have a good weekend. It was nice, interesting class. I really enjoyed it, and see you guys next week. Hear from you next week. I don't know, but you guys have a good one. Bye.